Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Hack, and I am back with another story for you. This one is called A Visitor for Bear. And the author of the book is Bonny Beacker. Look at Bear. He's at the door, and look who's there. Looks like a little mouse. Let's see what this book is about. Open it up. Title page, A Visitor for Bear by Bonny Beacker. That is the person who wrote the words in the story. One morning, Bear heard a tap, tap, tapping on his front door. Somebody is at my door. When he opened his door, there was a mouse, a small and gray and bright-eyed. No visitors allowed, Bear said, pointing to the sign. Go away. He closed the door and went back to the business of making his breakfast. He set out 1 cup, 1 spoon, and when he opened the cupboard to get 1 bowl, I wonder what's going to happen. There was the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. Can you see him? Hello, dear Bear. And he looks like, whoa, surprised. I told you to leave, cried Bear. Perhaps we could have just a spot of tea, said the mouse. Out, commanded the bear. Most sorry, said Mouse. I'll be going now. He looked sad. Bear showed him to the door and shut it firmly. Then he went back to the business of making his breakfast. But when he opened the bread drawer for 1 slice of bread, I wonder what's going to be there. There was the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. Look at Bear's eyes. Does he look happy? Look at poor Mouse. He's like, oh, uh-oh. I wonder what's going to happen. Unbelievable, rumbled the bear. Away with you, vamoose. I do like a bit of cheese, said the mouse. Bear pointed a rigid claw towards the door. That means he went like that. Go now. Yes, then, here I go, said the mouse. Farewell. And the mouse whisked out the door. There he goes. Bear is shouting. He does not look happy. This time, Bear shut the door very firmly and locked it tight. Locking the door. He locked the windows, too, for good measure. He's closing all the windows and locking them. Then, once again, he went back to the business of making his breakfast. But when he opened the refrigerator to get the eggs, I wonder what's going to happen. What do you think's going to happen? So here he's going to go to the refrigerator and get the eggs out to make his breakfast. There was the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed, of course. Be gone, roared Bear. Look at him roaring. Be gone. Does not look happy. Oh, let's see where he is. Right there in the egg container. There's a little mouse. A crackling fire? Ventured the mouse. This is impossible, intolerable, insufferable, cried Bear, shaking with anger and disbelief. He says, could we have just a little fire, maybe? Oh, terribly sorry, muttered the mouse. Now you see me, and now you don't. I'm gone. And the mouse looked very sorry indeed while he waited for Bear to unbolt the door and let him out again. Sorry, Bear. Bear does not look happy. This time before he went back to the business of making his breakfast, Bear shut the door very, very, very firmly, locked it, boarded the window shut, locking, boarding, pounding nails so it doesn't come loose, stopped up the chimney, and even plugged the drain in the bathtub, just in case the mouse was going to come in through the bathtub drain. I wonder what's going to happen. Carefully, Bear set about the business again and still making his breakfast. He opened the cupboard. Whew, no mouse. He carefully opened the bread drawer. Whew, nothing. He opened the refrigerator. Oh, mouse free. Yes, indeed. No mouse was in the refrigerator. Bear looks happy. He lifted the lid to the tea kettle. So far, so good. No mouse. But there was the mouse, small and gray, and, well, you know the rest, bright-eyed. Bear fell to the floor and wept. Oh, I give up, he blubbered. You win. I'm undone. Oh, please stop. He looks very sad. So sorry, said the mouse, but perhaps if I could have just a bit of cheese and a cup of tea, and do you think we could unstopper the chimney to have a nice fire? Bear blew his nose with a loud honk. But then you must go, he sniffled. No visitors allowed. You have my word, said the mouse. I'll go when I'm done. There he is. He's blowing his nose. He's like, fine. I'll give you a bit of cheese and a cup of tea and a nice fire in the fireplace. But then you must be gone, said Bear. Bear unshuttered and unboarded the windows. He unlocked the door. He unstoppered the chimney and unplugged the drain. He brought out 2 plates of cheese and 2 cups of tea, and he made a crackling fire in the fireplace for 2 sets of toes. His toes, the bear's toes, and the mouse's toes. The mouse warmed his feet and nibbled and sipped his tea, and Bear did too. They sat for a long while. The clock in Bear's house ticked loudly. Tick-tock, 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 as the fire roared, and they ate their cheese, and they sipped their tea peacefully. I wonder what's going to happen. Bear cleared his throat. The mouse looked most attentive. No one had ever been most attentive to Bear. The fire's nice, Bear announced. It's a lovely fire, said the mouse. No one had ever heard Bear's fire. No one had ever said Bear's fires were lovely before. I can do a handstand, said Bear. Ooh, very impressive, exclaimed the mouse. Do you think they could become friends? Bear told the joke. The mouse laughed heartily. No one had ever laughed at Bear's jokes before, especially this hard. Bear began to think of another joke. The mouse set down his teacup. Bear quickly lifted the teapot. There's plenty more. Would you like more tea, Mouse? So sorry, said Mouse. Most kind of you, but I must be on my way. Really? You needn't go, said the bear. I am off, said the mouse, springing up from his chair. Wait, cried Bear, but the mouse stepped out the door. Toodaloo, said Mouse, as he waved goodbye. Toodaloo. And the bear's like, but wait, wait. Bear was enjoying his company. Don't go, wailed Bear, throwing his body across the path. But I gave you my word, said Mouse, pointing at the no visitor sign on Bear's door. Remember, I told you I would go after the tea and cheese and fire. Oh, that, cried Bear, pulling down the sign and tearing it up. That's for salespeople, not for friends. I like you, Mouse. Not for friends, asked the mouse, small and gray, and of course bright-eyed. Bear nodded. Friends. The mouse's bright eyes glowed brighter. Bear smiled. Look it. It's gonna say, take my little finger and let's walk inside. Do you like 1 lump or 2 of sugar, said Bear, most politely. Oh, I would like 2, please, said the mouse, and Bear agreed. And they became very, very good friends. The end. So the name of the book was A Visitor for Bear. What was your favorite part of this book? Every book I read, I always think about what's my favorite part. And I think my favorite part of this book, I'm going to show you a picture, is when, I know what, this is my favorite part because it makes me happy. I'm going to go way to the very end. So my favorite part's at the end of the book. Right here. That is my favorite part. When Bear invites him back in, and Bear doesn't look grumpy this time, and Bear's not yelling this time, and he's taking him by the little paw and walking him inside. That's my part. When Bear realizes, you know what, it was fun having a friend, sharing tea with, sharing cheese with, sharing a conversation with, and that's my favorite part. So now, what is your favorite part of this book, A Visitor for Bear? If you would like to draw a picture of your favorite part, or you could even draw a picture of you and your friend. So Bear made a friend with Little Mouse, and so my favorite part was when they became friends. What is your favorite part? And if you can't remember what the picture looks like, then just draw a picture of you with your best favorite friend. If you had a visitor knocking on your door, who would it be? Draw a picture. Thank you for listening to my book. Bye, guys.